Hello everyone, Hamel here, going through some stocks that are setting up for this week. First, a quick disclaimer. Okay, so let's go through the list of the stocks. Before I do that, let me make sure I have. Okay, so I'm covering several different stocks, so about 15 out of those, and these are not exactly set up for tomorrow, but they are looking good for this week. Now, any position, if I open and I don't have any plans for opening position in any of this tomorrow, I will probably look at how the market opens, and if I decide to go ahead, then I will post my plan. But for now, if somebody's considering this, I will recommend to go in with a smaller position. The reason being that my update on the weekend update should sum it up. So let me just go through this very quick. So the first one is Abbott. As we can see, it is in a flat base, so it has to go above this level right there for me to be interested. So let's look at a daily chart here very quick. So right about that level. So I have an alert set at 109.62. Now this one is going to have a better year next year in terms of both earnings per share and revenue growth. And it's a very good company overall. If you also look at, you can see right there, 24% increase, and then rev growth of 13 would be more than that average revenue growth. So it is setting up, but it has to break through this level, in my opinion, for me to be interested. Amazon, I'm out of this. However, it's still looking good. I mean, it can go either way. I was going back, and it looks like Amazon, for some reason, starts going up in January after the holiday season. So this year could be the same way. We just never know. So let's go to Amazon right here. So if you go through in history and check, it for some reason it starts going up in January. So I don't know if that happens the same time this year. But this is the level I'm watching for, 32.66. It has to break through that level on volume for me to be interested. EZEC, I really missed out on this because of my mindset about market being too high and needs to correct. That's why it doesn't always pay off. So if it breaks through 39.56, it can go higher. Again, position has to be very small. This is where I was intending to buying it, and I let it go. So as we can see, I missed out on some gains here. It's a solid company. It is on my long-term buy list. So at some point, I will get in. And as we can see, it is a very wide consolidation pattern. So if it goes above this level, it may go another 7% or so. I had covered this a few days ago. So this is forming a flag, a tight flag here after going 61%. As we can see on the daily chart, it is not pulling back, which is very positive. So it could probably continue to go sideways for a while. All the way 50-day moving average may catch up. However, if it breaks through this line, then it could easily go another 30% or so over the course of time. I'm not talking about in 2 or 3 days, but over the matter of a few weeks. So definitely something to keep on our radar. See, the next one here is LH, and I had covered this a while ago. It is still consolidating sideways right above the 21 and 50. So in my opinion, it has to break through this level, 208.63, for it to work. Again, it is slowing down though. So you see these red numbers. Rev growth is going to slow down, and EPS, earnings per share, is going to slow down. However, this is more like technical setup. Mirati Therapeutics is a biotech. It is really tightening up here, and as we can see, it has gone up 121% from pivot, and it is still not backing down. That means this one has continued buying interest. So if it breaks through 240.69, this can go a lot higher, in my opinion. It is extended over 200. However, it's very close to 50 days. So just wanted to highlight that as well. Next one is Pentair. It makes water pumps, etc., etc. So it is in a flat base here. Let's look at the daily chart. Again, as we can see, all my patterns are very similar. It is consolidating right around 50 and 21-day moving average. For me to be interested, it has to break through 53.28, and I have set alerts at all these levels, so it can be brought to my attention at that point. Next one on the list is PPD. Now this one has been going sideways for a very long time. Most of the stocks have good fundamental story as well. So for me to be interested here, it has to break through 36.49 on volume. Next one is Ritchie Brothers here. So again, a nice cup formation here, stage 3. Let's look at the daily chart for the levels. So this has to break through 70 to 73. So this one is little looser consolidation here, or squeeze here. All the while we can still see it is tightening up to some extent. So if it breaks through 70 to 73, we can see much higher level. It is very close to all-time highs. Next one on the list is Rockwell Automation. I was involved at some point, or I was looking at some point down here. So it is tightening up here in a flat base. Good fundies as well. If you look at, again, same pattern as you can see, consolidation, tight consolidation around 50 and 21-day moving average. For me to be interested, is to break through 250.62. So right above this level. As we can see, it has found resistance in 3 weeks in a row. Again, all this has to be smaller position in my opinion. This is not the time to be super aggressive. However, we can see stocks can still run about 5, 10, 15%. So this could be some quicker trades if somebody is interested. This is the REIT, about 6.3% dividend here. So it is also tightening up. So if you look at the daily chart, you can see the same pattern again. So if this breaks through 907, this can probably provide some nice upside here. Smile Direct, this is a newer IPO, a nice cup with handle formation. It just broke through pivot, so it is little extended, 5%. So I would not chase this. However, if it comes down to this level, which is 1288, or if it breaks through 1421, those are the levels I will be watching. Next one on the list is Sotera Health. This is a newer IPO as well. Good fundamentals, good growth, earnings per share, and revenue growth of 24%, so much higher. So good fundamentals for the upcoming year. Actually, let me go to the next page here. My apologies. So I don't have the rev growth. Actually, I do. 10% rev growth, which is above average, and 84% earnings per share growth, which is also above average. So good fundies here. So for me to be interested, this has to break through 2762. And this can go a lot higher. If you look at the weekly chart, this hasn't been trading for too long. We have found resistance here before, and that is my reasoning for that level. Next one on the list is Stanley Black & Decker. So this one, I know Kramer was all about this. It had a very good quarter last quarter, 36% earnings per growth, better than the quarter last year, 6% rev growth. And then next year is going to be 10% rev. This is actually the old one. Okay, next year's I don't have the rev growth here. However, it's strong fundamentals. Dividend yield is not that high to brag about. However, it is setting up, as we can see, the same pattern here. For me to be interested, it will have to break through 185.92. Last but not the least, TXG. This is on my long-term buy list. Yes, I know it has gone up significantly, and it can continue to grow up. As we can see, there's a lot of institution sponsorship. Now, this has been there for a while. This guy's entered long before this recent highs here. A nice cup with handle formation. Now, this is extended over 200. So this similar thing. As we can see, same pattern here. This has to break through 153.52 for me to be interested. However, this will continue to stay on my long-term buy list, which I have a few stocks on that list that I would be buying on proper setup. So this is one of the proper setups, but it has to break through this level. So those are the stocks that came across my several different screens. I just wanted to post it out there. I hope some of this helps you. I hope everyone is doing well. Take care.